Hi, welcome back, and welcome to Sheepy Hollow. Let's get a hat. Let's grab some gloves, just in case. Now, let's go for a trip over the hill. Now, where's this guy want? You know what I think I should do? Come here. Hey, come here. Come here, bear. Not you. No. Okay, watch out. Nobody goes. Come on, move. It's gonna rain. I just got back from the city, and I'm pooped. And I did a bunch of loads of wood yesterday. I'll just give you a quick peek of that. You can see that the supply has gone down quite a bit. There's about, I don't know, maybe a cord and a half or something left. And I've started on the third row. So there's 5 rows all told. Or I'm on the 5th row, I would say. But third from the back. There it's coming. And I thought, if I don't take you for a spin over the hill, then I won't have a video for today, and I'd like to be able to keep having videos. There we go. Pretty regular, because, mind you, there's only about 30 or 40 people watch them out of the 500 that there is. There's not quite enough. That's interesting. Now you can see the trees on the right there, the little ones. They're growing pretty good. There won't be like a little mini forest there for long. My wife has been cutting while I was away all day. Pruning this and pruning that. And tomorrow is Friday, and I've got to get out here pretty soon and start getting rid of the bigger burdocks before they start to go to seed. If they go to seed, then they're just going to end up with more and more and more of the damn things, and I want to get rid of them. And on the way home, I noticed there's guys are starting to hay a little bit. So it won't be long for that young fella to be here and hay this stuff off. So I'm kind of excited for that, because having this thing hayed will help get rid of any trees that are growing up in the middle of all this, in the hay fields here. And then from that, we're going to have to figure out if there's any farmer type guys watching. How often do you fertilize this? Do I need to do it? You know, all that kind of stuff. What should I do? I don't want to ruin it. I think it's just more important to try to maintain it. And the guy can hay it for as long as I'm alive. Oh, that tree is getting more droopy all the time. The black flies are freaking crazy out there. I took the garbage up to by the mailbox there, and they were on me all the way up and back. And then I got to watch the wife. She's out there doing some pruning and stuff, and man, her legs, they look bad, really bad. And that's why I like to stay sitting inside here. Oh, looks like another little tree is falling down there too. What the hell's causing all that? There's a whole bunch in there. Oh, maybe if I remember on the way back, I'll show you. Huh. Who knows? Could be beavers in there. Oh well. I still wouldn't mind having one of them pruning saws, but I didn't have much luck with the Fiskars one. That felt like it was dull. I just want to have it with a real decent saw blade on it. Nothing here. It's a good sign. So, went to the Irving Big Stop with my friend to my breakfast, and I bought lunch when I was there, and I had a hot turkey dinner. And I asked the girl, I said, I like extra cranberry sauce. She says, well, how much would you want? I says, well, you don't usually get very much. I says, I can eat quite a fair amount of it. So would you mind giving me maybe 5 more? And she says, well, you get 2. I said, oh, okay. Well, give me 3 more because we're going to charge you extra for them. And I thought, yeah, oh, okay. Turned out, I don't know, you might know, sometimes you go to restaurants, they give you those little black tubs, and there's a fair amount of ketchup in one of them. Well, that's what they use for the cranberries. So I ended up with 5 of those. There was a significant amount. Like at home, I could eat half a can of cranberries with a hot turkey or a turkey dinner or whatever. But there must have been a half a can of these things or more between the 5 containers. Luckily for me, she took the 3 back and took it off my bill. It was humbling, to say the least. Oh, there's a blue jay. Don't see a lot of them around this time of year. And I guess because I'm not feeding them, we don't have anything coming there. There's a woodpecker, a downy woodpecker there when I was getting ready to come down the hill here, eating the last of the suet from I bought last year. Yeah, things look okay down here. Wife's going away tomorrow for a few hours, so I think I'll probably be doing some firewood till the bugs get me, and then I might try to get that started to make that strop for sharpening knives. I'll videotape that, and I'll be careful. I think I'll use the tripod so that I can adjust it a little better. Oh, thought I seen a bear. Temperature right now is 19 degrees. It's which is what, about 70 degrees. It's not bad, but it's really humid out. And we've got rain coming in about half an hour, actually. So I'm not going to dawdle along here too much. I don't want to rip up the road with if it gets all wet with the Jeep on it. But I'm going to have to get down here with the mower too. I see. The last couple of years I was coming down here pretty near once a week to cut this. And I haven't been down here yet this year. And here we are. I could go another couple of 100 yards to the property line, pretty near in any direction, maybe even 300 yards. But there's no way I can drive through any of this. There we go. That tree's ready to come down, another chunk of it. That birch. Oh, and I forgot to pay attention to see if old George was there. George is a name for a single tree in the field here on the left. It's an eastern white pine, and they can get to be sizable. I don't know how many years old they can get. I'd have to look it up. Maybe when I'm doing the video, if I remember, I'll look it up. We'll see. Man, I wouldn't want to be an animal in this. And the bugs down here. There it is. Holy. Yeah, I was up before 6 to get cleaned up before I went to the hospital this morning. And I don't like being late for things. Frick, I was a half an hour early, so I had to sit in the parking lot for close to half an hour before they would accept me to come into the hospital. The procedure here is that you go and you get a number, and they call the number, and then you give them your health care card, and they process you so you can get your blood work done. Wouldn't you know it? I get the number, and I thought, gee, I got time to go to the bathroom, so I go to the bathroom real quick and come back out. And my number was next, so I said to her, you know, she's walking by me. She had walked out of the area where they take your number, and I'm next. And she says, she was real snappy. I'm all alone. And it's like, well, you know, like I didn't say anything because I don't want to get in any trouble. I go on, especially if the lady wants to be nasty or whatever. But anyway, she took me in and that. So I get in there and we had to try to find a vein. I was cold, so my veins don't stick out very good, I guess. So she's fumbling around for that. After she's done, she gives me this little bottle. I look at it and I wonder what the hell you want for that. She says, I need a urine sample. I go, what? She says, yes, I need a urine sample. Then you can go. Holy jeez, I'm thinking to myself, it would rash through my head. Jeez, I just freaking peed. Nobody told me anything about this. And I'm thinking, how in the hell am I ever going to get enough to fill the bottle? That was kind of funny, actually, but I don't know why I'm telling you this. I'm just making conversation, I guess, for Alan and Jeremiah and the other Alan and Chris and Andy, Elizabeth, and all you folks. Well, anyway, oh yes, and I'm getting an axe handle put on by a guy who's in the seniors timber sports. He, I guess he spent most of his life in the competitions for like lumberjack thing, where they go on stage and, you know, they chop down the little piece of wood there, chainsaws and all that kind of stuff. So he's going to fix up that old saw, or not the saw, the old axe head I got there. That's called a Polanski, I think is the actual term. And I'll be able to use it to dig some rocks out and use it for chopping roots, so that I can make some of the walking trails that me and my wife go on smooth. And I might even invest in a couple of bags of lawn seed and see if I can get some nice grass growing just like up in front here. So it's nice to mow. Yeah, I was talking with my friend today, and he's about the same age as me, just a little younger. And he's thinking, like, why bother? You know, you've only got a few years left. Why do all this hard work and stuff like that? And believe me, I've thought of this a lot of times. I mean, you got to do something with yourself, right? You just can't sit there, eat, look at the internet, and go to bed, and get up and eat, look at the internet, and go to bed. I like to do things like, I know that the day's coming when you might not be able to do some of these things. So you might as well try doing some of this stuff while you still can. Just saying. Now that I remember, we'll take I'll get the camera and I'll swing it out to the other side when I find the place where all those trees are falling down here. I'll take a look at it. here. See, I got a couple of good sized trees right there. Look, that's a great big birch. That's other one's a maple. But it's right back in here. You probably can't, there's no way that you can see it. Further in there, I can see all kinds of trees laying down. Like they got uprooted and blown over. Now somebody's seen the deer, so they'll probably be able to see. Look at all the wood in there. Just laying there. All I need is cut myself a little bit of a trail in there. And I could probably go in there in the fall and get some of that out of there. Now that sounds like a lot of work, that'll tell you the truth. Like there's a place that they must have had the skidder trail in there, right? This thing was logged, let's say here, it's 2021. We've owned it almost 10 years. And I think about 15 years before that, so that's 25 years ago, it was logged in here. They logged it, it looks like they took out quite a bit, but based upon what my son says, they left a lot of good seed type trees so that they would propagate again. Oh, I see it's starting to rain here. It's a good time to get out of here. You can see down and along the ditch here, there's still a lot of water left in here. It's not that dry yet. Just up here somewhere. And these are all cedars, and I've got an idea to give it a try for a couple of them to see if I can make some benches out of it. I've asked a fellow that I know in the UK if he can give me some kind of an idea how I could make it with a chainsaw, and maybe I could bolt it together somehow. I've got a post hole digger, and what I was thinking of doing, I'll put you back here, a post hole digger, and I can make 2 holes, put a cedar post into it, burn the end of it so it doesn't, it'll last longer, and you can make it similar to how they used to, in the Old West, tie a horse to a hitching post, or whatever they call it, and we can sit on it. We'll make it so that you can sit on it, like low enough to the ground, so you just sit there and you hang your bum cheeks over the other side of it, so you can take a bit of a break if you want. I'll put them all over the place if it works out all right. I got a lot of material, things like nails and bolts and stuff like that, that if I don't do something with them, well, they'll just all die and the next guy gets them, and if he doesn't do something with them, well, it's kind of a waste. So I've collected this stuff for years, and I like to put it to good use. Tomorrow, if the bugs and stuff are that real bad, I might make the strop. I'll have to really think that out on how to put the 5-minute epoxy on there and how to get that leather to stick just right. Oh, I seen a neat video here a few months back on how mosquitoes don't get, how they're like when they're flying around and it's raining, on how they don't get sucked up into a raindrop. I guess when the raindrop is coming down, it's at such a velocity that it makes a bit of a wind, you'd say, on the outside of the drop. And when it goes towards a mosquito, it gets hit, not hit, it pushes the mosquito out of its way, and the mosquito doesn't get affected by it. You know what I'm saying? Because I often wondered that. You would expect to have a lot less mosquitoes out there when it's raining, but there seem to be just as many. And there's freaking a lot of them after it stops raining. So, looks like I got to do some hard labor here tomorrow, if it dries up enough. So anyway, thanks for coming along. I'm going to park here tonight instead. And then when the wife leaves, she can just backs out. So, wish you all a great day, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. You can hear the rain coming. Bye-bye.